all four Star Trek secrets Captain Pike is keeping in Strange New Worlds. Christopher Pike has always been one of Star Trek's most enigmatic captains, a leader defined equally by his empathy and by the quiet burden he carries alone. In Star Trek Strange New Worlds, however, the series deepens that mystique by revealing that Pike's silence is not just stoic leadership, it's a safeguard. Across 2 seasons, Pike has held on to 4 deeply personal secrets that shape his command style, influence his decisions, and cast a long shadow over his future. And the most compelling part? Each secret reveals something profound about who Pike is and how fragile the path of a Starfleet captain can be. One, the vision of his inevitable future. The biggest secret Pike carries, and arguably the most metaphorically Star Trek revelation in years, is his knowledge of how his life will end. Thanks to the Klingon time crystal and the events of Star Trek Discovery, Pike has seen his own grim destiny, a catastrophic accident that will leave him crippled, unable to speak, and trapped in a life-sustaining chair. Unlike most captains who live with ambiguity, Pike knows exactly when, where, and how his future will unravel. But what Strange New Worlds focuses on is not the trauma, it's the choice. Pike embraces the future to save cadets who would otherwise die. He accepts the sacrifice willingly, even heroically. Yet he hides this knowledge from the crew, knowing that sharing it would destabilize them emotionally or morally. The tension comes from watching him pretend everything is normal while the shadow of fate hovers. His smiles feel heavier. His moments of joy carry the weight of a countdown clock. What makes this secret so powerful is that it's not just about death. It's about agency. Pike must pretend to be the captain who can still change destiny, even when he knows he can't change his own. 2. His unresolved feelings for Captain Battle. Pike's relationship with Captain Battle is another emotionally charged secret he tries to contain. While the crew sees glimpses of their connection, Pike keeps the depth of his feelings, insecurities, and fears to himself. His romance with Battle is complicated, made more so by his foreknowledge of his coming fate. How does someone plan a future when they have none? Pike's hesitation isn't rooted in uncertainty about Battle. It's about protecting her from heartbreak. The series subtly reveals how Pike struggles between his desire to maintain personal relationships and his instinct to shield others from emotional harm. He worries that loving Battle is selfish, that her life will be altered by a destiny she can't foresee. In Strange New Worlds, Starfleet captains rarely get to choose love. But for Pike, it's a crueler dilemma. He knows that any relationship he enters is on borrowed time, and that burden turns every tender moment with Battle into a secret, unsaid goodbye. 3. His guilt over the events of Discovery. Fans of Discovery know that Pike played a significant role in the season-long struggle involving the Red Angel, the Time Crystals, and the ultimate sacrifice of sending the USS Discovery into the future. Yet Strange New Worlds reminds us that Pike did not emerge from that mission emotionally unscathed. He holds on to classified mission details, yes, but it's the emotional baggage that becomes the true secret. He carries survivors' guilt over the fact that he returned to a time where he would continue rising through the ranks while Michael Burnham and her crew vanished into the distant future. He also carries the moral consequence of the knowledge he gained, knowledge that reshaped his destiny. He keeps this guilt hidden not just because of Starfleet confidentiality, but because he doesn't want his crew to see how deeply it haunts him. His guilt becomes a silent motivator, pushing him toward acts of compassion, caution, and sometimes reckless bravery. For his inner doubts about being the ideal captain, Pike's reputation is almost mythic within Starfleet. He is the captain who listens, the man who cooks dinner for his officers, the leader who gives second chances and wears responsibility like a second skin. Yet beneath all that calm leadership, Pike harbors doubts, ones he buries behind his signature warmth. He secretly believes that he may not be the captain Starfleet needs in turbulent times. His deep empathy makes him question decisions more than he admits. His knowledge of his future makes him wonder whether he truly deserves the command he holds, or whether fate has already judged him unfit. These doubts, while quiet, contribute to many of Pike's internal conflicts throughout the show. He wants to inspire greatness in others, yet he fears he may be limiting himself because he knows his path ends in tragedy. And the irony is palpable. Starfleet sees him as a shining example of what a captain should be, while he quietly